I want to be able to look at all these top TFT players and have the right to shit talk in their face and they can't say anything. And that's what I'm playing for. You can't buy that. It's priceless. Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another episode of Don't Talk If You Don't Know, the unofficial, official podcast dedicated to all things high-level teamfight tactics in North America, and is the official source of all things tracking the competitive TFT scene. My name is Frodan. I am your host, as always, joined once more by Bryce Blum, who is back in action. Bryce, it's been months since we've seen you, and just in case people don't know, where the hell you've been, man? We had other people like Ray and Honorable Nico on the show. Where have you been?
I have been on paternity leave. I have been on a TFT hiatus. I had my second and third kids 4.5 weeks ago, and it has been awesome, but exhausting and full time. So I thought, like, when I had my first kid, I played a decent amount of TFT, like holding her in one arm on my iPad. And like I hit Challenger that set. Like I played, I wasn't like my best, but I played that set. But like I have played functionally no TFT this set. I played like a really small amount at the very beginning, but otherwise I haven't been watching that much. I've mostly just been them. So this is me emerging from my cave. I intend to do the rest of the shows the rest of the set, and I'm excited to watch all of you play this weekend and learn what the hell is going on with this set.
No worries. Not playing TFT. Sounds like you're ready to cast. Let's go ahead and welcome our other two guests for the very first time on Don't Talk If You Don't Know. Let's first introduce Boxbox, who is a player that I think a lot of people weren't really like expecting to even get involved in TFT when they first started launching the competitive circuit. But now, fast forward multiple sets, he's improving. He's qualified for day 3 of Noxus Cup. And now he's here to chat about TFT and some of the experiences along the way, both as a player and an organizer. Boxbox, welcome to the show.
Yes, thanks for having me. I'm really ready to complain.
Okay. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I also want to welcome the other guest as well, which is a pretty good friend of Boxbox and also recently on the Giga grind. Welcome Emilyywang to the show. How you doing?
Hello. I'm good. I've just been playing a lot of TFT. And I let Albert pass me an LP, and it's been like a week, but yeah, we're gonna get it back.
Wait, you mean like 500 LP today? You still didn't pass him?
No.
Oh no, Emily.
What LP are you at, Boxbox?
1108.
Wow. And Emily, where are you at?
I think that's exactly 100 above me. Oh, I'm 1018.
Okay, but you put on quite a performance. Do you feel like you're kind of on the upswing on this patch currently?
Yeah, I just stopped playing like Piltover. I stopped playing like everything that sucks, and it's been good.
Wait, does Piltover finally suck? Is it bad?
I think it's like I kept getting offered Piltover Heart and stuff yesterday. I think I took it like 4 times, and I only top 4'd once.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a me problem.
Wait, is it generally considered strong in the meta right now? Because this is the first. I mean, it would be a first, right? I played all of 9. I didn't play 9.5, but I perceived it to just be broken permanently.
Yeah, it got nerfed so many times that I think now it's like good if you don't have to take an augment for it. But if you have to take an augment for it, I'm not sure it's worth it.
Interesting.
Is how I feel.
I think Piltover is still viable, but I'm more curious what you think also sucks on top of that. Like you're saying you didn't play all the other bad comps.
Oh yeah, I tried out a lot of random things to figure out like what's good, I guess. Like I can look at my match history. I think I tried like random different rerolls. I tried like random 4 costs that aren't Zaya. I think I was just like trying things out because I get bored. Like, I don't know if you guys are like this, but if you top 4 too many games in a row, you're like, it's time to troll. Are you guys like that, or is it just me?
No, I just I'm getting LP.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's more like you feel like you have more freedom to experiment, and you're like, oh, I have like a pretty good beat on the patch. I can get the LP back if I want to, so let's try some fun stuff.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
One thing I will say is that I guess it's sort of similar sentiment is there's a little bit of like almost like having the hot hand in basketball or something where you're like, oh, this patch is clicking for me. Like, yeah, this line's not very good, but like I can make it work from here. Like, this is a good spot for it. Like, we can play it from here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's true. I also think like I didn't know how to play some of the comps. So like for example, Nico reroll, I think it took me like maybe 3 games to like really figure out how to play it. And then stuff like the multicaster reroll. So like then Kale reroll, like it was actually a lot of my first times playing it like this week. And then after bot 4ing with some of these comps a few times, like you kind of figure out how to play it. And then in the future, like you know what to do. So I think that's also why like I'm finally like it's going up.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. And so that kind of brings us to kind of talk about the patch in general. We usually try to set the top of the show, just talk about, say, the meta, talk about patch, talk about a little bit of news. And so Emily's confidence is high. She's riding high. She's playing the good stuff. Now, Boxbox, so what's the highest LP you've been at? 'Cause I think people are still kind of getting to know you as a TFT player and not necessarily just like a streamer that people usually know who you are as.
The highest LP I've ever been is 1300.
Okay. And so relative to that, do you feel like this is your peak form because you're like competing and now you're doing well? Or do you feel like back when you had 1300, that's like even better version of you?
Back when I was at 1300, that was in set 7. I was a one trick. I played only Jade.
I see.
I think my skill level is much higher right now. I actually play every comp.
Okay.
This is the first set that I've taken very seriously in like a competitive way.
And are you enjoying it, taking it more seriously?
I have a lot of qualms with the current state of the game, but I think I like the core concept of TFT so much that I keep playing.
Yep.
I play because I want to like be ready for set 10, and I trust that set 10 will be better.
Yeah, I feel like most people are in that boat because there's something about knowing that it's the end soon. The mid set, this is the last mid set. And so everyone is like really antsy for it to finish, but there's still like, important things to do. And also at its core, portals are really fun. I think at the end, as much as, I think people prefer 9.0 over 9.5, I'm pretty sure portals are still a resounding success.
I think portals are pretty good. If they change some of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have been. There's some weird stuff that happened where they like weren't ruthless enough in set 9 with getting rid of some of the bad portals early. They were like focusing on other things, which is understandable, but there was like a lot of portals that weren't that fun, and they changed some of them, and some of the new ones don't feel that good to me or don't seem fun.
Too reroll centric or for fun for the most part.
I think a lot of them are very high variance, and I don't like that as someone who wants to try very hard to climb.
Ironically, it kind of became similar to how Galaxies felt like when they did Galaxies, which was the set mechanic like 100 years ago, right? And there were certain galaxies that were pretty fun, but then a bunch of them weren't that fun. There was no voting system, so you just wound up where you wound up. And so there was an element of lottery at the start of the game of like, is this going to be a good one, or is it like, what is this game about to be? There was a galaxy, you guys, that gave you a 4 cost. If for those of you who didn't
at the beginning of the game.
The opening carousel was a 4 cost. That was the galaxy, and there were like one fizz that unlocked mech, and there was one other one that was like broken for the whole set.
You got Kale.
Yeah, Kale. Like Kale was until stage 5.
So some people get Soraka and Cho'Gath, and they were so useless.
Your AVP went up or down 1.5 off the opening carousel. It was fucking wild. And this kind of feels like that, where like some of these, not that egregious, obviously, but some of these galaxies are just misses.
Yes. I mean, we'll see. So before we kind of dive in more into the news, though, I kind of want to know just a little bit. So we don't get an opportunity to talk to a player like Boxbox. Most people, they live, eat, breathe TFT. And not to throw shade too much at them, but they don't have many other choices in life, to be quite frank. Like for them, TFT is like the only thing going for them. No flame. But Boxbox, you can do anything, man. You're an incredibly successful creator, organizer, and you have a lot of choices. So you said you really love the core concept of TFT, but then you even took a step further and you're pursuing competitive. What kind of brought you to do that in the first place?
What brought me to competitive TFT? Well, I would say usually I just stream TFT, and I mostly try to do a healthy blend of fun but also skillful gameplay on my stream. I would assume that most people that watch my stream watch for the combination of decent enough gameplay but also like interesting gameplay. I feel like no other streamer can offer that to my level other than Soju. I think Soju is actually like unironically very funny. I think most TFT streamers are very good at the game or very funny, but not both. So I think my stream and Soju streams are the only ones, and Emilyywang's stream are the only ones that do that.
I was waiting.
But this set has just been going better. In my natural pursuit of like doing cool things, I managed to hit a pretty high rank and qualify for a tournament. So I figured I would play it out. And I just happen to be doing better. So now that the results are looking better, I'm encouraged to keep trying and see how well I can do.
What do you think has been? Sorry, Brett. I just want to answer this question real quick. What do you think is the biggest key to success for growth as a player? Let's say there's other people that are in the similar spot and they're really behind on the journey, but they want to get to where you are. What do you think has been the key to success for that?
Are you talking about their streams or their
No, you're
competitive
getting better as a competitor. Most people want they want to get better at TFT. They hit a wall either at Grandmaster or let's say they hit Challenger, but they can't really compete and go far. This is really like your first deep foray. I mean, I'm ready to crown you as a rookie of the set if you're able to continue to go far in 9.5. So like, can you actually like what was the key to that that ignition to get you into a much better spot competitively?
Well, TFT is a game of like 1,000 decisions per match. And I would say the way you could look at TFT is very similar to the way you could look at a chess analysis. If you don't know about chess, after every game you play, you can open up the game and it can go move by move. And then it'll say like, pawn to e4 was a blunder. This like enables your opponent to do this, this, and that. This lowers your average evaluation by like 2. And chess or TFT can be done in a very similar way. If you were to go turn by turn, like round to round, just like look at what your actions were, like a high level coach could almost say like, this was a good play, this was a bad play. This play lowers your average placement by 0.5. This play increases your average placement by 0.5. You could actually go turn by turn if you were that sweaty. I'm not that sweaty, but I do look at my games, or I like think back on them. I'm like, oh, this turn I made this move, but I did it incorrectly. Rolling here was a blunder. Leveling and rolling here was a blunder that just cost me like on average half a spot. I also have started plugging everything into a calculator. After every roll down, before every roll down almost, I always plug it into the calculator and see what my odds of hitting are.
Wow, that's pretty sweaty, man. Most people don't do that. I don't know anyone else that does that, Bryce.
In fact, no one does that.
Yeah, no one does that.
I can't even think of someone who would do that like once, let alone doing it every single time. That's really cool. And have you found that your instincts have changed? Like as you've started to use that, do you think you are a better actual evaluator of those spots on the fly?
Yes, looking back on my old gameplay from previous sets, there were a lot of moments where I thought I was favored to hit on a roll down, but then plugging into a calculator, I find that I'm completely not. Like for example, if you are playing Kale reroll this set and you have 5 Kales, 5 Poppies, and 5 Alawies and 40 gold, it would actually be a very big blunder to not hyper roll it down because according to the calculator, you have like a 75% chance of each of these 3 starred. Like, which means on average you roll it down, that's like 2, maybe 3 stars if you were to roll to 0.
Interesting.
But if you had 4, 4, and 4 and you plug into the calculator would tell you have a 55% chance of each of these, and that might be enough on the fence for you to not want to do it. It also enables stuff like roll down to 32 gold, the magic number, and then see what it's looking like, and then you plug it back into the calculator again and decide if those odds are favorable enough to you.
Is this a public calculator or is this something you made yourself?
It's a public one. I just found it on Reddit.
Okay, got it. So
all right, let me bookmark this.
Yeah, seriously. I think it's really interesting, Boxbox, because I don't know how early did you play TFT? What set did you start?
I actually started in set 1, but it was just like after I played League of Legends and there was no strategy. I held all my units. I didn't econ. I only started taking the set seriously, or the game seriously, when I was I believe it was early set 2, I started playing the game more. It's because I was roommates with a TFT streamer named Becca, and she was always
we're familiar
like,
with her.
Yeah, she was always keeping to herself. So in an attempt to like do roommate bonding, I tried to get to her rank in TFT. And then when I finally did high enough rank to Q Sniper, I had like a random name. My name wasn't Boxbox. It was just like a random name. No one knew who I was. And I got into Becca's game. And then it was just her and me, top 2 in the lobby. We're the only ones alive. I'm like, Becca, it's me, Albert, across the hall. And then she said, oh, cool. And then she killed me. And then like a week later, she moved out for unrelated reasons. So then I stopped playing TFT again. I never played in set 3. And then set 4, I was starting to get tired of League of Legends. So around then, I started streaming it full time.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you. And now, not only do you stream, thank you for talking about that journey, you also organize events. Since the last episode we did was covering mid-set, so that's about a month ago, we've had the Boxbox Boot Camp, and who better to talk about this than the guy that's organizing it. So congrats to Dissoap finally won. He said that he put less pressure on himself this time to win, but it wasn't even close. Everyone tried, and he got gapped by hundreds of LP. But I also want to give a shout out to the people in the advanced and the casual league, specifically Woohoojin and H-June were really exciting. They were neck and neck, and they both tried to Q-snipe each other at the very final minute at 11:30, try to make it for one final game. And it's really funny too because they got to mid Grandmasters. And these guys don't play TFT, man. H-June's Rust, Woohoojin's a Valorant streamer. And so it's a really good inspiration, but also shows you that if you put in the time and effort, you also can improve. Boxbox, how did you feel like the event went from your perspective?
Oh, massive success. Absolutely. I think for how much effort and money we put into it, it output great results. A lot of streamers gave TFT a try, which is really the main purpose. For the pro category, it's just like giving money to players that are good.
Yeah.
The exciting part about the pro category is that like people that are rank 1 in other regions come, and it's cool to see how well they do. But it actually surprises me that every single time they don't even come close. Like, I don't know if it's a ping gap or like a lack of motivation because it's not their main server to qualify for tournaments. But like the rank 1 EU West came over, and then he got like in the middle of the pack. Like I almost beat him, and I never expect to do well in my own boot camp. And it's always just like 4 NA players competing it out on the last day. I feel like most of the event is actually about the casual and the advanced in terms of like, there are a lot of big streamers that like TFT, but they can't stream it because TFT is not friendly to audiences that don't play TFT.
Yeah.
The only way for, I'll give you an example of someone that I know that loves TFT but can't stream it. The only way for Valkyrae to stream TFT would be if there was like a reason, a storyline, a motivation for her to learn it on stream. She actually plays a lot. She actually watches my stream a lot. And she is too big to stream TFT because if she does, her audience will be like, what the hell is this game? Like, why are you pogging when you hit this this yellow unit on 7?
Yeah.
Like, an audience doesn't understand that. They have to like be there when the streamer learns to get onboarded to the game. So this bootcamp creates an opportunity for streamers that are big in other categories to give it a try. And a lot of them did. There were a lot of like multi-thousand viewer streamers that are like #1 or #2 in their category, taking 2 weeks off their main game to give TFT a try because there was like an element of like a competition, a tournament, a reason for them to grind, and a reason for their viewers to follow along as they try to learn. It's hype to watch them learn it. If they were to randomly title their stream, hey guys, I just felt like learning TFT, I'm gonna give it a try, let's see how it goes, they would lose most of their viewers because people don't care about the storyline. They don't care if you improve.
Yeah, that's a really good story. I remember watching Valkyrae stream TFT a long time ago. I thought she just stopped playing it, kind of like XQC and other. And it's just so funny that they still play from time to time. It's a big game. It's a big game. Emily, how was your bootcamp experience?
Well, so I didn't win any subs for the last few. And this time I was like, man, easy. I got this. Because I was like pretty much in the top 10 for like a while. And then one day I ran it down, and it was another day of getting gifted subs by one day Smoge.
No worries,
But,
no worries.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, we all play Soju. That's all that matters. Like, time in a row.
Who finished best of the 3 of you? I don't know.
I think Emily did.
Oh.
Yeah, probably me. But like, it was not that not that.
It's because Emily had a crazy day where she like pushed. I don't remember how you gained like infinite LP one day, and I was like, holy crap, you're like top 5 or something like that.
Well, I was pretty consistent,
player, right?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I was gaining like consistently around a 150 to 200 a day to like stay in the top 10. But then like one day I didn't, or like maybe it was like 2 days I didn't. And then because I didn't play as much as other people, because I was like, okay, I'm going to play like 12 games a day. I'm going to go like make food. I'm going to work out. I'm going to have a life, this like life balance. But then I freaked out one day because I was like, holy crap, I have like 100 less games than everyone. And it's been like only a weekish. And so I started playing more, and it was worse. Like,
yeah. Been there.
And I was like, why did I do that? Like, I had a good schedule. I had a good system. Things were working. Like, why did I play more than 12 games and just int? Because I think that's like the way I am. Like, I need to stop myself at some point, or else it just, I don't know why. Like, after like 8 hours, it just goes down.
I know why. It's really, TFT requires a lot of focus. It's really hard to play great TFT for more than 8 hours. No one does it. Even when some streamers have great streams over the course of 12, 20, 24 hours, whatever, right? Like these long streams. No one's playing well at the end. Even if they're high, they have to high roll to do well. It's just impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you have people like Soju and Boxbox doing 30-hour streams. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
These are hardcore. I would die. I think I would actually perish if I tried to stream for 30 straight hours playing TFT.
I think I would too.
Bootcamp was great. I do think one thing is interesting is that if you choose to bring it back for set 10, I think it'd be a fantastic initiative. But the other thing is that the Vegas land might actually intersect Boxbox with it. Or at least the timeline might be really, really condensed. So hope you guys can figure it out with Riot, because I think it's a special event, and I would hate for the set 10 launch to get in the way of that, or the Vegas launch.
Have you thought about that at all, Boxbox? Like, could you do it faster so it's like a race to Vegas? Like, who's the highest LP in Vegas?
I have not given it that much thought yet. Usually we start the bootcamp planning 2 weeks before. But Riot did tell me that this time it was going to intersect, so we'll have to do something clever.
Interesting. Cool. I'll be excited to see what you come up with. It's a really cool event. Thank you for putting it on. Seriously.
Another ladder-based competition is happening. It's the China Super Server. For people who don't know this is an exclusive closed server that is not open to the public. You can't sign up for it and register an account. You have to apply. And it's a global server. And the purpose is kind of like Boxbox Bootcamp, but for China. China will qualify the top server finishers that are from China to regionals. And so it's a really big deal. Regionals is $250,000, $300,000. So it's a huge prize pool. It's basically the world championship. And so doing well in Super Server is great, but they also want other competitions. So North America is sending people, LATAM, Brazil, EU, and whatnot. And these are NA reps. We got Precedent, Replay, Cambuli, Solus, Darth Noob, Setsuko, and Soju's on the wait list. Really interesting. We're sending some of our best ladder players, and don't really sleep on people like even Cam and Solus and Darth. They can climb. They are ladder warriors. So I'm looking forward to that. And also, I kind of want to see Soju grind ladder for real, because I feel like I haven't seen him grind on stream seriously. He's always running it down and running it up off stream. I would love to see Soju actually run it up on stream.
Has Setsuko played this before?
Yeah, he has.
Did he?
But like the ping is, yeah, he did a little bit. But then like the ping was so bad, he rage quit.
What's the best a North American player has ever done on Super?
Solus.
And what did he do?
He almost broke into the top 20. I think he was like 17th or 15th for a long time, and I think on the final day he just gave up. Because the problem that a lot of people say is the sleep schedule is too bad.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Because Super Serve is only open for a certain amount of hours a day.
That's what Setsuko said. He was like, I might be playing Noxus Cup on like 4 hours of sleep. I don't know yet.
Which is great if he's in your lobby.
Yeah. Wait, he's in your lobby?
I don't know.
But you high roll.
No. I have Dish Open Soju, which we'll talk about in a little bit. I want to cover the last two pieces of news, and then we'll talk about Noxus Cup. This is something I talked about with Boxbox, actually. A prestige skin is coming to TFT. What does prestige mean? Well, it's like an upgraded version of the mythic skins. Mythic chibis are the cutscenes that you see, right? Dyes of Annie, dyes of cutscene, dyes of whatever, Annie, or I already said that, Kaisa. All of them are mythic. And then we have prestige skins, which are supposed to be a tier above that. And it currently, according to calculations, is projected to be somewhere between $400 to $500 on average, unless you're high rolling it, which has sparked controversy across the player base of like, is Riot now turning into a full-blown gacha game and whatnot? And so I guess Boxbox, you can go first here. I think you said that you didn't mind it, or were you saying that you were actually against it? I forgot. Which side were you on?
I definitely think players should vote with their wallets.
Okay.
In my opinion, it's too expensive. I tend to buy all the skins because I'm a streamer, and I get like 10x value from buying skins because I show it off to an audience and it just looks cool. I buy all the cutscene finishers because I'll always spend $200 on the cutscene finishers because like it makes my YouTube videos do better just because they're hype. But I actually won't be buying this one because I just didn't think it was worth it.
That's right.
If it happened to look so amazing, I would spend $500 on it. I don't think it's that much better than the regular $200 one. I am fine with the Riot doing it, and I think players should vote with their wallets. In my opinion, I'm not going to buy this one. If enough other players don't buy it, then they'll just be like, oh, well, it didn't work, and we'll just go back to our other ones and not make super expensive skins.
Interesting.
My suspicion is that there are enough whales who enjoy having things that other people don't have that Riot is probably still going to find this a success. But yeah.
And we should want it to be a success as well. Like, it's great for TFT that they're investing the resources to do it. And if there are I agree with everything. I think that should be the only take. I think what Boxbox just said is the only opinion that makes sense about this one.
Okay.
It's like, what, you're gonna be mad at a company for trying to make money? Like, no, look, I also might buy it hypothetically, but like, there's no way. It's not worth it to me. But if there's worth it to people out there, then it's harmless to us for them to have the opportunity to have access to it, and it's great for the long-term health of the game. TFT is a hard game to monetize. This is a game that was created in basically created for fun as a side project to Riot. It wasn't supposed to be a big game. And so what they found out was they had an amazing game, but it was not easy to figure out how to get money from this really engaged player base. Getting money from the player base is important because we want there to be more investment in TFT. We want more sets. We want them to be better. We want them to be able to do things like the Vegas LAN, the TFT Summit, etc. So it's nothing but positive for us overall. They're doing this test. Now, if it doesn't go well, then that's learning for them. Like, if you want to sell to this community, you have to make it really worth it. You need to step it up on what the product is. But I have no problem with them going out there and trying to do this.
You see the tweets from Mort about they have more designers and more staff and more people working. Something's got to pay for those bills because they're investing a lot more into it. And it's also an open secret that like dev members that used to work on Runeterra is now working on like TFT and things like that. So a lot of resources are being pushed towards TFT. I think Riot definitely sees it part of the future. They need to make money somehow to afford all the support that they've been giving.
I think in general, Riot has this giant issue with monetization. I'm down for them to like see how well this Yasuo skin does. I personally hope it does not do very well and they try other solutions. A really big problem that exists with TFT monetization is that in League of Legends, you are forced by the game's design to play different champions, like many different champions usually. So buying one skin is not enough. In TFT, it is. You can buy one skin, one boom, one arena, totals like $30. And then that's it. Like, you could enjoy TFT for the rest of your life for free without ever contributing anything more. And the only reason you'd ever spend more money is if they released a new skin that you just like wanted so badly. I don't know what the answer is, but I know what the problem is. That is the problem. If there was some way they could incentivize you to like rotate through your cosmetics without just being like, hey, we're forcing you to rotate through your cosmetics, like then it makes they would be able to monetize skins at a much more reasonable price, right? Like, I know so many people that unironically own thousands of dollars of skins just so that when they like feel like playing that champion 1 out of 100 games, they can look good while doing so.
Yeah, I agree. So it's a problem to solve. We don't know what it's going to be. Emily, are you going to buy this skin?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I am, but
Yeah, I don't like the cutscene.
Yeah, I don't like Yasuo. I don't like the cutscene. Also, like, I'm actually just wondering, it's like the price point is like
It's
way too expensive in my opinion. And so
Yeah.
it makes me wonder like how many actual people are going to buy this or like able to buy this if, you know, a lot of us are sitting here and we're like, it's too expensive.
Yeah, we should be the target demographic. So the fact that all of us don't even think it's a close call means they probably miscalibrated on it.
Yeah.
But I'm down. I guess what I'm saying is I'm fine if for them to swing and miss. And if they swing and hit, that's valuable for them to know as well. And then we're kind of wrong about perception from there's got to be someone out there that's buying it.
I like the cutscene. I played it all. Maybe I'm biased because I was winning Noxus Cup weekend 1, so I was just seeing it over and over. But
did you hear about when League of Legends first did Challenger jackets for end of season Challenger?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. That was so cool.
This was so cool.
Very cool concept. I believe it was like season 5 or 6. It was a very big deal for me to grind for Challenger to be one of the people who got a jacket. And the moment I got the jacket, like on stream, I was so happy. But then I actually wore it to the mall with my friends, and I immediately felt really embarrassed. I kind of feel like I'm just like broadcast. Hey everyone, look at me! I'm Challenger. Like, it felt embarrassing, and then I wore it once and never wore it again, and now my mom wears it like when she goes to the mall.
Wait, did you TFT? They gave like shoes or something for like set 2, like
the invitation. Scar auctioned it. He auctioned it off on Cutie's Gala.
He auctioned off for like $3,000 something dollars.
They
should do that again
for sure.
Okay. Well, also Robin auctioned off his spatula that he won the cooking contest at Summit, and that went for like $800 as well, which is like that's like 2 Yasuo skins almost. So there you go.
I feel like the Yasuo skin's gonna be the same thing as a Challenger jacket, where like I'd almost feel a little embarrassed to use it.
Right. You're almost like flexing a little too hard how much money you have, I guess.
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, if you
too.
win Vegas, you know you get like a custom 1 of 1. You're the only person who will ever have this like Vegas winner emote. If you got
Oh,
that,
really?
you'd
Yes.
use it for sure, right? You would definitely-
Yes. That's cool. That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That
That's
is cool.
one-
No, because
one-
it's off of merit, not off of. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
you
all
get
off
what
of
I'm saying.
merit, or I guess no, it's not all.
Assuming
off
most
merit.
money that you make is merit based, but yeah. Speaking of, that's a really good segue. Thank you, Bryce. If you are interested in being signed to a professional TFT organization, a new one is entering our midst. Disguised Gaming, or I guess just Team Disguised, is holding trials to find a pro player to sign for the TFT Vegas Open. It's going to be happening in a week and a half. All you do is be a top-ranked player. It'll be 32 players, I believe. And it's going to happen on October 16th and 17th. Emily, did you sign up?
Wait, what do you mean? I can't. I'm on an org.
Oh,
But, like, if
awkward,
I wasn't on an org,
awkward.
I would.
Boxbox, did you sign up?
I was thinking about it. I like that you can win a PC, and I'm down just like practice in like a competitive setting more. But I don't want the main prize of being signed to DSG, because in my particular spot, me signing to a team, they usually pay me. I don't want to compete. It sounds really cocky, but I don't want to compete for the right to be on a team.
Yes,
When
yes, I know what you mean.
agency normally, sells.
Yeah, you
that
have
title
market
to someone else.
value. Like
Yeah.
this is really valuable to a lot of people, but not everyone.
So I'm going to ask Toast if I can compete, but not take the prize if I win.
Interesting.
Wait, can I ask
interesting.
that too?
But that's taking spots away from people that actually would, and that means that like Soju and other people might do that as well, and then all of a sudden it becomes like, well, these are 12 people who
that's
didn't sign
true.
up. Yeah.
I'm like one of the only signed TFT players.
Yeah, that's true. I actually ran out of names after I thought of Soju.
That's pretty hype.
Yeah. Well, we'll
Emily-
see. It's up to them. It's their tournament. It's their trials. Good luck to them. And really happy to see Toast get more involved in TFT, which brings us talking about the first weekend of the Noxus Cup, which featured players like Toast, Boxbox, and myself. We're competing. And the first thing I pulled up is the stats from the first weekend, but I kind of want to hear the journey of weekend one from Boxbox's perspective. How many times have you played in a day one or a weekend one, Boxbox?
This is my second time.
Oh, wow. So you've
I
qualified.
did one in set 7, and that was it.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
okay.
Wow.
So what do you think, did you do differently? Were you just a better player? Because you said that you had grown a lot. Did you do anything different going into this first weekend?
Yeah, I guess going into my first ever tournament in set 7, I was very nervous. I barely made the bottom of the rank cutoff, and I was like the lowest ranked player in every single lobby. I was very scared, and I played worse than normal because of the pressure. I think I averaged like a 6 over the course of my tournament day 1 with only one top 4. And not only did I only top 4 one time, it also felt like the games were too difficult. I felt like there was almost no chance of me doing better. This time, I was on the higher rank end of it. Actually, funny story, I barely made the cutoff on the last day, but then by the time the tournament actually rolled around, I was actually so high ranked that I would have made it to day 3 skip. I climbed 800 LP between the cutoff day and the actual tournament day. I climbed to 1100 LP. If I'd done that 2 days earlier, I actually would have skipped straight to day 3. It was mostly, I was like very confident. I was the highest rated player in all my lobbies. I said I knew a lot of lines well. I was just going to play my aggressive gameplay that I normally do. I psycho level to 7 a lot. I psycho level to 5 early a lot. And then I'll force builds that I have a good lead for. And I'm not going to be like a little bitch that pivots when I'm contested like I did earlier. Unfortunately, I had about like 5 or 6 builds planned of like, if I get a good start for this, I'm just going to go for it. I think this current set is not flexible. I think you have to lock in your build early, or at least narrow it down to like one of 2 builds, which I think is a really bad part of this set. I think it's too late to change how that works. The way the traits and augments link together is already set in stone, and it's too late for Riot to change it to a point where you could like the good old set 6 gameplay where you could actually play like anything from any spot. So I just had like 6 openers memorized of like, okay, these are the 6 builds I'll play, and every single game I got an Ionia Vanquisher opener, which is like, it's the strongest build, but it is the most contested by far. So 6 out of 6 games, I played Ionia Vanquishers. I was contested by 4 players, and I just donkey rolled at 7 every single time, trying to be one of the 2 people that I couldn't hit Xayah 2, Nyla 2.
Nice. And it works.
And I got
because I think
it's
there's something to be said about the experience level too, because that was something that you were also playing even before the patch, right? You were playing a bunch of like weird Jhin reroll stuff even when it was considered bad.
Yes. As soon as I saw the patch notes, I was very upset because I was winning games with Ionia Vanquishers on my way up to 1000 LP before the massive buff. And when I saw the buff, I was like, this is such an over buff. They could have literally buffed Xayah by 20 mana, which is a lot. That's 2 less auto attacks you need to cast. And she only previously needed like 8, and now she needs 6 or something like that. I saw that, I was like, this is way too much. This unit is going to be by far the best unit. It's not even close, and that upsets me a lot because now my favorite build is going to be contested. I'm very confident I can play it better than most of the challenger players, so I still force it, but I'm just like upset that I'm so contested. If they buffed Xayah by 5 mana, which is lowers it by 1 auto, she would have already been above average in my opinion, and I could have played her from like my uncontested spots that I had before.
Interesting. Emily, how much weekend 1 did you get to watch, or were you kind of taking a break from TFT?
For weekend 1, I think this was this before the beat hatch or after? I'm not too sure.
This was after the beat
it was
hatch.
after.
You had like a day or
a little
two.
Bit. Yeah, day 1, I remember I was like cycling through everyone, and then I think only Albert made it, or Boxbox made it to day 2 out of the ones I was watching. I mean, besides you, Dan, right? I think Ray didn't. No, Ray made it to day 2.
It's okay.
As
You
well.
didn't watch me. It's fine. It's fine. Because you knew I was going to advance.
Yeah, I knew. I had confidence in you.
Yeah, you knew.
And so I was just kind of like watching to see what people were playing, but not too much. I didn't watch too much. I did see Toast go like 8-8, 8-6, 8-8 or something, and then yeah, that was rough. And then he typed like something in the Giant Slayer Discord like, "This game's all luck. I quit. See you in set 10." But yeah, it was interesting. I didn't watch too much of it, but
that's
it looks
okay.
like
I mean,
people
it's
had fun.
kind of the open portion of the event, so it's not that big of a deal. But at the same time, Emily, you understand what it's like playing through weekend 1 where you dominated. Which one was it? I think it was Failure Cup. You had like an insane weekend in the very first one. Is that correct?
I think it was that one.
Yeah,
I've had my fair share of weekend 1s.
And so what do you think is the, like, so I know obviously there's a big skill difference between the first weekend and the second weekend. If you were to give advice to me, because I scored the highest points in weekend 1. So overall, I could even just say confidently, I won first weekend, whatever. What advice would you be giving to me riding high off of that confidence going into weekend 2? Because it's a completely different field. The players are much higher caliber stacked at the very top.
Yeah, I think it's like just treat every single player as like the same person, or not like very similarly. Like for me, if for example, it used to be Setsuko, like for some reason, whenever he was in my lobby, I would just like already be in like survival mode. Like it wouldn't be like do the best that I can possibly do. It would be, oh God, he's in my lobby. Like this is -1 placement. Like I just need to fight for like to survive. And so like in a lot of the lobbies and starting in day 3, like that same survival mode feeling comes back, and I'm trying to get rid of it. Like I'm trying to just think of everyone as like, you know, the same person. Like I'm better. Like I'm gonna win. I think it's like confidence is so much of it, and also like not getting tilted after one game. Like if you go 7th or 8th the first game, like you know how some of the best players can just forget about it and move on, and then like treat the next game as the next game. I also have problems doing that, so hopefully you can do it.
Okay, I'm curious. All 3 of you are playing this weekend. If you had to rate your confidence going into the weekend on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you all give? If you had to give one number.
10 being like the most confident I'm going to win this tournament.
Yeah, 10 being I'm like for sure making day 4. I got a good shot to win, and like 1 being you're going dead fucking last.
Boxbox, why don't you go first?
I give myself a solid 5. I'm almost certain that at this point I'm going to just like force the first thing that the game gives me. I'm just gonna like I know the lines. I will just force it and then just hope I hit. I understand that TFT is in general a skill-based game, but because it's so committing early on in the meta, I really think whether I top 4 or bot 4 each game is going to be if I hit on my level 7 roll down, as it currently is.
Interesting.
I think that any amount of HP that I bleed or not bleed based off of small nuances, like small positioning gaps, it's not going to make a significant difference compared to did I hit my 2-star 4 cost? Or did I hit my 3-star 1 cost early? So I give myself a complete 50-50. I'm going to force my builds very confidently. I'm going to then try to ride the line as well as I can. And I'm okay with any result. I'm very happy that I've made it to day 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emily, how about you?
I think after playing a bunch today, like probably above average, like I don't know, like a 7 out of 10. I think this time I actually have a pretty solid like plan of what I'm gonna do, and it's just whether I hit. Like the same as what Boxbox said, right? If I'm committing to a reroll comp, like it's just pray to the Mort Dog shrine, I guess, that I hit early. If I commit to Xayah, it's just pray level 7 goes relatively smoothly. Like I feel like I have a good plan, but you know, part of it is whether I am going to hit.
So wait, is your plan similar to Boxbox's? Like, are you thinking that it's a commit early, roll heavily on 7 meta, or what's your approach look like?
Oh, I mean, I have like some reroll comps that I'm very comfortable with. That I have, like, if I have a good opener for Cho'Gath or Nico or Rogues or Kale, I'm planning to probably just like force it and play it, like commit stage 2. And if I'm loose streaking, it's probably just Xayah. If I have to play a 4-cost, it's probably just Xayah. Like, I guess from a win streak, you can play some other stuff, Mord, Azir, maybe. But yeah, just I'm pretty much committed to my comp at like stage 2, early stage 3.
Okay. Dan, I'm excited to be able to ask you this question as well.
Oh, my confidence is a 10 because I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. I'm expected to do poorly. I was talking about this on stream. I'm just a caster, like analyst, YouTuber, backseer, like whatever you want to call it. I'm not supposed to be here. And so the fact that I am here just puts all the pressure on everybody else. The pressure's on Dish Soap and Soju's in my lobby. And I want that lobby. Actually, before the groups were made, I said, they're like, what groups, who do you want to go up against? I'm like, I want to go up against the best. Because there's one thing that I'm looking for this weekend that money can't buy. Because if I wanted money, I would cast. Because casting is free. Me and Bryce can do it with our eyes closed. It's something that I'm good at. It's like my natural habitat. I feel very comfortable in. This is uncomfortable. It's difficult. It doesn't pay money to compete. So why am I doing it? Because I want one thing and one thing only. I want to be able to look at all these top TFT players and have the right to shit talk in their face and they can't say anything. And that's what I'm playing for. You can't buy that. It's priceless. It's not something that you can just spend infinite money or like even spend infinite time. You just have to be right there in the right time, in the right place, hitting all the right rolls, getting all the right shops, and making all the right correct macro lines. And I know all the lines. I think I don't know as much as like probably like Dish Soap and even Satsuka, who like spend night and day and night, but I'm up there in terms of like knowing what's available in the meta. So and then it all came together on the first weekend. I played like a wide variety of the meta. I was not even trying to play like Vanquishers. I played like 1 or 2 of them, but I was playing like a bunch of different stuff throughout the weekend. It all came together finally. And so I'm really looking forward to this weekend because I can't wait to outplace some of your favorite streamers, and they have to look me in the eye when I interview them in a future tournament, and they talk about all their bullshit excuses about how TFT's luck and that this tournament doesn't matter and it's Mickey Mouse and it's Disneyland. And I have the ability to wink at them because they know that they got outplaced by Frodan and Noxus Cup on the finals weekend. That's what I'm playing for, Bryce.
Frodan, Giga Chad.
I feel like me and Albert are both in your spot though, Dan. Like imagine like Dish Soap, Setsuko's face when they're like, oh my god, we got outplaced by Boxbox, Emilyywang, and Frodan. Like there's no way.
It's so true. It's you guys, this is the underdog podcast. We're usually like on the total other side of that. We usually have like the favorite on, right? Or the person who just won the tournament. This is like you're all kind of playing with house money, at least a little bit. Right?
Yeah,
And
I agree.
Go farm them all. I'm down for you guys to just final lobby it. Let's go.
If we all make regionals, how crazy would that be? All of us, 1, 2, 3. That'd be kind of insane. Real quick comment on groups. So my comment, I have Soju. Oh, I will say one thing. Here's the asterisk that puts the cherry on top. I got asked by so many people to play this weekend because number 33 that finished from the weekend 1 was Taco Bell Wi-Fi. He's a known rogue reroller, like assassin player every set, no matter what. And I had 4 separate incidents where people DM'd me to personally request that I play so that Taco Bell Wi-Fi would not play. And then Taco Bell Wi-Fi also DM'd me and said, hey, please, like I will give you the no snipe pass if you let me play on the final
which
weekend.
Which is a really good offer, actually, as far as these things go.
Speaking
He's
of priceless,
in my
that's
Dodge
up there,
folder,
Bryce.
by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
I only have
Dodge
5
folder?
people in my Dodge folder, and he's one of them.
You don't. It means you don't queue if they're queuing.
Yes,
I purposely avoid him and Akka and Solus.
Yeah, sounds right.
Real quick, just
Oh, like
comments on
you
your
don't queue
group.
them.
So, Emily, you're in group E with T-Lides, Davidas, Jukyu, Tay, Ashmu, Minhee, and Pokygum. How do you feeling about that group?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I know like 2 people in my lobby. And
Wait, which 2? Name them. I want to know who you don't know.
okay, I really only know. Okay, I mean, I kind of like know them a little bit, but I only really know like Pocky and Stellar Minhee.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I do know that Jukyu. I think he went to Worlds, right?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
He
he
did.
was good. Good.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know.
All
not
right,
afraid.
I love that. That's my turn to a clip. Boxbox, you are in quite possibly the hardest group I've seen in quite some time. You have Robin, Darth, Goobums, Wajin, yourself, Olav, Loopy, Keatonology, who's also popped off in tournaments, and Shiloh. So what do you think about that group? Are you excited?
I don't mind. In day 2 of the Noxus Cup, I went 5th and then 7th at the beginning, and I got seeded into a lobby. And when the new lobbies were released, everyone in the Noxus Cup group chat were saying, "Holy shit, this lobby!" I was like, "What lobby?" And they're like, "Yours." I was like, "What do you mean?" And then they're like, "Every single person in your lobby is like a regionals player or worlds player, except for you. Like, good luck." And then I forced Ionia Vanquishers. I was the one who hit. I contested 5 other players. I was the only one who got my 2-star, and I got first. I'm convinced I can do it again, no matter how good my opponents are. Like, I'm convinced that we're all like subject to the dice roll. I don't care how much better they are than me. I'm going to just roll the dice, and if I hit, I'll win, and if I lose, I'll lose.
I also think, Dan, I think you might have overhyped. This is the first time I'm seeing this lobby. I'm not saying this lobby is bad by any stretch of the imagination. There's some name brand value for sure, but like Wajin has been focused on school and hasn't been as good in general in set 9. Goobums is he in form? Because when we talk to him, I don't get the perception that he's in form. So even if Robin and Darth are like peak form, and I also don't really know, I recognize Keatonology's name and Shiloof's name. I don't even know I've never seen the other one, but it's not like they're known like someone who's played a lot of weekend 1s, made a lot of weekend 2s kind of vibe. So I'm not sure this lobby's like top to bottom
It's a
good.
difficult lobby, Bryce. It's a difficult lobby.
Yeah, it's above
Like-
average. I buy that. For
Okay,
sure.
how
But
about this? Do
you're
you
like,
think it's the
greatest
hardest
lobby
lobby?
of all time? And I was like, I don't know about that.
For a day 3, I think it's pretty hard for the most part. Like I think it's the hardest group. Like, is there another group that you think is harder? Probably a better way to ask it.
I'm not even saying that I think one's necessarily hard. I haven't looked at all of them. I only looked at these groups. No, probably. I mean, like on first blush, it certainly is the most name brand. I mean, I think Emily low rolled her for more than anyone though. Having Stellar and Pocky plus Ashmu and Tay, those are all like known commodities, high elo players consistently. Stellar and
What?
Pocky.
Known commodities? Wait, who's Tay and Ashmu?
Damn.
They're like
Oh.
long time like grinders, ladder play. They played in a bunch. I'm sure they played in a ton of your lobbies, Emily. They're like names that I recognize that have been around high elo for a while.
Oh, I am so sorry. Can you like not tell them and make sure that this is not clipped out of context?
Yeah, we for sure will not. Out of context, in context. What do you mean? Out
Okay. We don't make sure it's not clipped in.
But I was just saying that like Stellar and Pocky, those are low roll draws for you. Like I would, if I was taking 4 random players that qualified through the weekend 2, I would not want those 2.
All right, well, hard to argue against that for the most part. Well, either way, it's going to be really, really exciting for the groups. And that's going to be starting all on Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific, which brings us to our rankings that we're going to talk. And we recognize that, Boxbox and Emily, we talked about them before the hand of the show. We're not really going to cover like too in depth about it, but we usually do want to at least showcase for people who didn't make their rankings, for people who aren't familiar, since I know Boxbox, it might be the first time you heard it. We do a power rankings before each tournament, kind of like what ESPN does for all these like fancy sports shows. It's basically the 15 most likely players to do well, and to give a snapshot of who is perceived to be the best and currently in form. So first, we're going to show the people that got votes. We send a ballot out to all the people and ask for their votes. And these are people who didn't make it. And very surprisingly, There were votes for some pretty interesting people like Vanilla who got a vote, and that's the first time I think Vanilla has gotten a vote. And then apparently people are voting for me. Bryce threw a vote my way. Kind of a troll, Bryce.
No, not a troll. Not a troll. I listen, I've watched you play a lot of TFT. I know when you're in form, I know when you're not, and I think confidence is a big deal for you. And the core problem you've always had when you play TFT is that milk. This starts with milk, and it's just been true since 2 years ago when he first told it to you, which is you try to play TFT like it's too good of a game. You don't play the way that Emily and Boxbox described of like narrow commitment early, like really just stay within this core part of the meta. When you find your edge, it's playing other stuff, and it seems like you did last weekend. So that's replicable. For sure, you could compete this weekend. You have to get over.
All right.
Get over your jitters. As much as I appreciated your Giga Chad speech, Stan, I don't think you should feel like you're playing with house money. I think you should show up feeling like you're there to compete, man, because I think you are. Like, I really, truly believe you will be competitive this weekend if you play your game.
All right.
So that's not a troll vote, but also, at least like 10% troll vote.
Thank you. A couple of other people who are pretty underrated: Solus, Cottontail, Ramkev getting votes. That's cool. And Jack and Asa. I love seeing Asa compete. Boxbox, I know that you used to actually get coached by Asa. Are you still talking to him and practice? I don't actually know what kind of form he's in, and I know that you two used to be pretty tight in terms of talking about TFT.
I talk to him every now and then. He used to coach me a lot before I hit Challenger, and then now we sometimes like hop in call and backseat each other. Not too often. I would say he doesn't play this set very much. I think he is focusing on something else in his life and does not have as much time for TFT.
Yeah, that's definitely the case for sure. But I look forward to seeing him. I mean, if anything, I think the expectations from Asa are off, and maybe that ends up going back to kind of set 6 when he was first popping off, and really surprising a lot of people. And then the other half of the list, we got he's back. Nikhil is back from this NBA All-Star weekend. We got Appies with some votes. Jukyu, Darth, Ripple, and Sox didn't make it. We see a big gap between Ripple and Sox. Sox was the 16th player to not make that list, but I don't even know if he's playing, actually. He said that he's having his second baby. Speaking of, having their second delivery, he might be too busy and getting IRL diffed. So
yeah, I think he's not playing, right? Or I thought I saw a tweet from him.
I saw a tweet too. Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's the case, you know who gets in then.
Taco
Bell Wi-Fi.
He just said in chat that no one knows, including Sox, so he might play.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll find out. I guess it depends on the circumstances. So, with that being said, thank you to esports.gg. I'm gonna type the link in chat if you want to check out the ballots in particular. We had 14 submissions, including Dish Soap, Setsuko, Soju, myself, Bryce, Natures, Replay, Clear, Wasian. A bunch of people are submitting votes for this. It's a panel curated by the top players, the top streamers. And here's the best part. We're gonna have Boxbox and Emily do their own ballot live on this show. We asked them to submit beforehand, but I said, it's actually more fun if they collaboratively do it, because I think combined they probably know 15 TFT players in North America. And so it'll be really fun. But real quick, let's run down to the macro. This is 2 bouts in a row that Setsuko has dethroned Dish Soap. Dish Soap was on a streak of 6 power rankings in a row. He was unstoppable. Setsuko beat him by a single point. A single point, Bryce. This is the closest it's ever been for rank 1 that wasn't a straight up tie.
Look, it's the rivalry heats up is all I can say. I'm not following set 9.5 closely, so I don't know a lot about like their current form, but these two have been the clear best for a little while now.
Okay, is this rigged? Was Soju is number 8?
I mean, come on. If he was on this ranking, what number would he be?
Emily, the thing that's so hard to tell is because he trolls on ladder, it's really hard to perceive his actual form at any given time. So the number of times people have been like, well, Soju is bad right now because he's been running down ladder and then he does well in tournament is almost as much as when he looks good going in, and then sometimes he just randomly day 1s or day 3s when he looks good. So I basically throw out his ladder data. I have no idea what Soju's going to show up on Saturday.
I see.
Okay, that being said, Prestivan and Kiyun are in chat having a real good laugh at Soju being above people like Pakigam, which I agree. I actually put Pakigam top 5 in terms of how I'm rating him right now, but unfortunately that was at the very you have to submit these battles on Monday, so it's like kind of difficult time wise.
Yep.
Had I have seen the because I ended up watching Soju stream afterwards, and I was like, oh lord, this guy is lost. I would put him definitely towards the bottom if I were to put him on this top 15. I would put a lot of some people higher. I do want to say that a couple of people are getting proper recognition. Like Casper is getting more and more into these top 10s, and he's been crushing ladder for a while, so I'm really happy about him. And also, just from the sentiment perspective, I just want to shout out Ramblin'. It's just cool to see him back competing. He took set 9 off. He did not like set 8 or set 7. And I think a lot of people have high hopes for him. I think we're waiting with bated breath. You never know, but it's great to see Ramblin' back, Bryce.
So good to see Ramblin' back. He in some ways he's like the, I don't know how to describe it, but he's like the NA TFT great that never quite was, because he was at that level and just couldn't quite get over the hump, and then has clearly not enjoyed set 7 or 8. And I think 9 he has really, I think he would say the exact same things about the set that Boxbox said. About like the way in which the trees fit together just doesn't quite work for pushing truly flexible good TFT. So I think he's still hoping and like waiting for that version of TFT to come back. But if Ramblin' is peak form, Ramblin's one of the 5 best players in North America. I cannot be talked out of that. Like everyone in peak form, I'm putting Ramblin' in my top 5 for sure.
Okay. Also, T-Lies' first time on the top 15. We'll see if he can actually follow through with that, because I think it's off his mid-set performance. He did really well, qualified for regionals there, and also shout out to DPay. Replay in 7th, man. He's like moving up, but yet he thinks he's underrated, and other people are like he's overrated. I want to ask Emily, have you ever watched Replay stream by any chance, or like some of his gameplay?
Not too much of it, only when he's like in my game, but he's been doing some weird things lately, so yeah, I don't really know.
Like weird in TFT, or like
yeah,
he's a weird person?
No, every time he's in my game, he's playing something weird, and then he bought 4s. Like it's like not one of the usual comps you would think. Like like sometimes I look at his board and I'm like, I have no clue what's going on, but maybe he's like Giga Big Brain and it works. And
he's limit testing. He's a limit tester.
Yeah, I think he's just limit testing. Like he's always playing some really interesting comp in my games.
For sure. I'm also really interested by like who between Milk, Wajin, Robin, and Kurum are in good form versus like, because these are the players who almost feel like Setsuko and just take all the spotlight. Are these guys even able to kind of take that? We'll see. Only time will tell. Guys, chat, can you guys relax? Okay, 2 things. Pestivan is not playing in Noxus Cup. That's why he's not on the list. And second of all, Soju part of the reason why Soju's so high is because he voted for himself at 5th. He's so high because he put himself really high on the ballots. Maybe we need to do some internal investigations or something like that and vet it. All right, and on that note,
Dan also put him really high, by the way, but
no. I put him like 9th or something like that.
Yeah, 8th. It's pretty good.
Okay, I mean 8. I mean, come on. When I don't know where to put Soju and I put him, I think he's in the middle of the back.
Yeah,
putting him 8
right.
only makes the most sense.
It's totally true.
And on that note, okay, I hope you had time, Boxbox, to study up some names and look up some people, because it's time for you two to put together your top 15 for North America. And so usually what you can do is put names wherever you want. There's no structure. You don't have to go like 15 to 1 or like you can 1 to 15. You can just be like, okay, put this person like 6 to 10, and you two decide. Just tell me and Bryce when you're ready. You guys discuss amongst yourselves.
Wait, so it's like among that 15 you just showed us?
No. You can just be like the top 15 going into Noxus Cup. The only rule is that they have to be playing this coming weekend. So you're ranking the top 15 players of who you think are the most likely to do well. It's just like power rankings, right?
I usually don't pay attention to other players, but if there are definitely some people that I noticed that like it feels like they always high roll, and if it feels like they always high roll over a course of many games, they're probably just good at the game.
Yep.
And my immediate thoughts are obviously Setsuko, Dish Soap. It always feels like they just hit, but like that's probably due to like some sort of insane game knowledge or flexibility that allows them to play really well around whatever they get. So I would definitely put them both first. I'm sure that's really obvious that everyone else has already done that as well. After that, people that I've noticed from this list that tend to just hit, Darth Nub has been popping off. I like Robin's performances. I have been very impressed with Karumks. Yeah, Karumsk. And let me think. Nikhail 22M. He's been popping off in my games. I've been impressed. I haven't been too impressed with Replay. I've personally played against him a lot myself. And I feel like I have not been impressed this set.
Wow. Okay, so you're throwing a lot. First of all, this is supposed to be
Shots
collaborative
fired.
with Emily, so
Well,
you
he
just
just threw out
rattled up
names.
a bunch of names. I wrote
Well,
them all
he's just
down. You can
naming-
rearrange them as you want.
Yeah, Emily can move them.
How about Emily? You throw some names in the pot on top of this. How about this?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think for me, just looking at this, like I agree. I feel like Setsuko is definitely probably 1 or 2 for me. I think Kiyun actually, okay, I've been watching people's VODs. I don't know why, like whenever I watch his VODs, he's either a 2.0 average or like a 6.0 average.
Mhm,
So I feel like you just have to hope he's on his 2.0 average day this weekend and not his 7.0 average day. But no, seriously, like some days he's just 1 1 1 2 1 1 1, then some days it's like 7 7 7 8 8 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think like yeah, I agree, like probably dish soap and Milk for sure. Although Milk told me he feels like he's doomed. And his
Oh my
last couple of
God.
days scores is like a 5.0, so yeah, I don't know, but I think Milk has generally a pretty good understanding of how to play the game and the lines. Yeah, Robin, I like Robin. Okay, I'm trying to see who else I recognize. Oh, Chromex. I honestly I haven't seen Solus stream in like 2 weeks, so I have no clue.
So you don't put him on this top 15?
I don't know. Like I don't know if Albert has been in any of his games, but I haven't been in any of Solus's games for like a month, so I have no clue what's going
I've
on.
not
Oh,
seen him either.
Casper. Yeah, I would put Casper here. Like I feel like he knows, like he knew a lot of the really good comps before like they started getting more popular as well. I think Casper's been pretty good.
Okay. Good one.
Yeah, I think like I don't know. Do we want to put Soju on here, Albert?
I think it's very impressive how quickly he can climb off stream.
Yeah. But the
It is
thing is, the
equally
tournament's
impressive.
played on stream.
Oh.
But he
yeah.
focuses though. He focuses. He still makes mistakes, especially in cups. But like, he tries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
generally, my opinion of Soju is that if I'm ever streaming at the same time as him, the upside or the downside is I'll get less viewers. The upside is I can snipe him and I know he'll play worse.
So then the
Buying
ultimate
LP
question,
with
does he
your
make top
viewers.
15?
Yeah, I'd say he makes top 15. I put him at like number 10.
Okay.
I also agree with Caspar Wu. Actually, fun fact, in the boot camp, the winner of the boot camp, it was dished up this time. He was actually not even rank 1. Rank 1 was Caspar Wu in the viewer category
Oh.
That's right.
by 10 LP. Yeah.
Didn't he
That's
sign up
sick.
under you, Boxbox?
Yeah, he signed up under me, and I got 1,000 egg codes to give away. And you've reminded me that I forgot to give them away, so I should do that later today.
1,000 codes. Holy moly. All right.
You know, he signed up under me last time.
He did. He
and
did.
Then and then he moved over to Boxbox Camp.
Yeah.
And I had a very serious talk with him about this
Oh yeah. What did,
afterwards. So,
what did he say? Did he say a reason?
Wait, Emily, how did
He
your team
said-
perform this time?
Oh, I'm not too sure. I didn't really promote it this time because I kind of was just like so focused on climbing, so I didn't even really
Is
like
it possible
focus on
that's
it.
why he moved teams?
Oh,
Ooh.
maybe.
Mm.
But yeah, he better be back on
Exposed.
Team Wang next set.
Team
Just
Wang.
saying.
All right, we need 5 more names, and you can rearrange it, by the way, unless you want to keep it exactly this ranking. It's totally cool, but it's up to you. 5 more names to pull from for Noxus Cup.
Yeah, I want to put Pocky on here just because I've known how he plays since like set 2, and he's always been like super strong.
Agreed.
I definitely felt like one of the lab people were really good, but I don't remember which one.
Okay, so there's
2 on this
Headpat
list.
and Vanilla. If you're going off of, at least for the people who named themselves as such, there's probably more, but I'm just glossing over. Vanilla's the one that has tournament results recently in set 9, if that's what you want to go off of.
I feel like the one I faced off against who I thought was very good was Headpat. I don't think I've played against Vanilla much.
Oh, interesting. Emily, are you okay with that?
Oh yeah, I don't really know who that is, but like I'm not good with names, so I'll just go with it.
Okay.
So some other like big names that are not on your list yet that maybe you would consider would be Wage.
I think Ramkev is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Wajan's not on here.
Yeah, Wage's
Yeah,
on.
I'm down.
You don't have replay on there either. I don't know if you want him. You
I
don't
mean,
have
he said
Goobums.
he's not impressed by him, so it sounded like they didn't want it.
Oh my god.
If one of you 2 vetoes, you can kick them off the list.
Someone's gonna be like, yo, replay it.
And once again, when we clip it, it'll be in context.
Oh, it'll be great. It'll be great.
They thought about it and they decided that he didn't belong in the top 15.
Okay, other people, Asa, Socks, Boxbox yourself, Emilyywang yourself. I was kind of expecting.
Frodan is
put
available.
ourselves on this.
Frodan is available.
Oh yeah, we can put Emilyywang at 15.
Wait, no, people are gonna say there's. Okay, we should pick someone serious. I am down for either. I mean, okay, you pick Albert between. I mean, I think XDD, Solus, Ramblin, Asa, Goobums, Wasian. Wait, did we put Wasian? We did.
You did. You did.
Socks. Like, you can pick.
From my very limited experience playing against these players, and in case any of them are watching and are offended, this is off of my very limited sample size playing against these players. I would put Solus on there and Socks. I think Socks can be very, very good at the game when he tries. I know that he has like a lot of real life stuff going on. I think that if he wants to win, he will do very well.
Okay, we need to eliminate a name if you want to put Socks on the top 15 list. But we can also just stop at Solus. You can remove any list. You can move things around. Be like, hey, this person actually should be third and not, 15th or whatever. Like, not saying that Solus should be third.
I don't think Milk should be down there at 8. I feel like he's really good.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, we can move the stuff around, right?
Mm-hmm. Where's
I
Milk
didn't
go?
Milk at, like,
I didn't get a chance to say, but Emily, the fact that you like quoted Milk and you're like, he says he's doomed, so I don't know. Like, he says it before literally every tournament.
Yeah, he does. But it's okay.
Literally every tournament, doesn't matter.
Oh no, but okay, this time, like, if you look at his what he's been playing and his scores and his tech, like,
I have been talking to this line of
sus.
thinking. I've been talking this line of thinking before too, where I'm like, okay, but this time he looks really lost. I'm watching it myself. It's a disaster. He always figures it out.
I feel like Milk does always figure it out.
He literally always figures this out. It's actually insane the level of consistency that he figures it out.
Okay, so where's Milk go then?
I'm down to put him at second.
Second?
Yeah.
Ooh, spicy.
Wow, that's a really
ahead of dish soap.
I do actually think, okay, Milk came to my stream yesterday and told me Dish Soap has never won a tournament and never gone to Worlds, which makes me think, like, maybe, like, Dish Soap is not a tournament type of person. I don't know.
Dish Soap has never been final lobbied at regionals yet. He's gotten close, but he's never done that.
Okay, look, I hear where you're coming from, but if you actually watch it, like watch the games, like he's good enough. It's just he's had pretty bad variance. Well, when he's been this good, he's had pretty bad variance.
So he had bad variance for 9 sets.
He's only been played for like 3 sets.
Wait, to be clear, Emily, his data isn't bad. Like his data last set, even though he'd never won a tournament, even though he didn't go to Worlds, he averaged like a 3.5 or something over the whole set. It averaged in tournaments, not ladder games. His tournament average was like the best of anyone on the ladder. Or no, like Setsuko was the highest and he was second, or he was tied with Replay at second, but he was like really good.
I like where Emily's head's at though. Just like you go with the results.
I just know what Milk told me, so this is all like it's not my fault.
Okay.
I don't even pay attention to who goes to regionals, who goes to Worlds, like people's averages. Like I only heard.
Boxbox. You want to say something?
Yeah, if we're gonna do long shots, can we put Boxbox at 1?
Yes.
Yeah, can we put me at 2 then?
Emily has to sign off.
Yeah, I'll sign off if you let me be at 2.
But no, on a more serious, I feel like there's no. I feel like Setsuko and Dish Soap. It feels like they're hacking. So like, I can't see a world. Even though I've only played against these players a few times each. Nah, put him back. I can't see a world where like Setsuko and Dish Soap are not number 1 and 2.
Okay.
I'm fine with Milk at 3.
Really? I want Milk. Okay. I mean, can we like?
Emily,
Wait, okay,
Emily
can we
cast a dissenting vote on this list. She's gonna file a formal protest.
No, I seriously think Milk is better than Dish Soap, but like I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, Dan, Bryce, what do you guys think?
I think Dish Soap's in better form personally. So.
I agree with everything that Boxbox just said, like 100% of it. Like I think that those two are clearly the best. They've been doing it for the longest. I think I put Milk at 3rd, so I completely agree with everything you're saying.
All right.
Okay, well if you guys say so. But okay, you guys are all gifting me 100 subs when Milk places higher than Dish Soap this tournament.
but are you gifting all of us 100 subs each if it doesn't happen?
Oh,
yeah,
no, we split it. 30, 30, 30.
Okay.
33.
Can we make a few adjustments to the end of the list?
Yeah.
In my personal opinion, we should move Ramkev and Soulless up 2 spots.
Okay. So
Sorry, that might make it a little complicated.
yeah, I got it. No, it's fine. I mean, I'm just doing this live in OBS, so no big deal. And then so we're gonna put Weijin in 15th.
Do you know if the lab people are all like really good friends, or like how wide does this lab go?
It's a Discord server. It started off as like a small like study group, and then now expanded to be kind of like a clan or a guild almost in TFT. It's like a big server that has a bunch of people ranging from Diamond all the way to Top Challenger.
I'm sorry, if Solus, there's no way Solus should be at 12.
Like higher or lower?
Like maybe not even 15. Okay, just Albert, just low chest Solus, please.
Wait, I want to do this too. I want to do this actually. And then we'll allow 2 more big changes, and then we're gonna do the fantasy draft because we have to call time on this.
I don't know much, but I know this Soulless guy is bad at TFT.
Right, he's not been performing that well.
He only has 100 games, 160 games, because he's playing Lost Ark 24/7.
Well, I would argue that means he has a lot of potential to grow. Like, I'd be more scared, or like, I think the guy who plays 800 games is like gonna be worse off. Like, he's already peaked.
No, this is for this tournament this weekend, right?
No, man.
Yeah, but he could still get in like 150 games before tomorrow. Also, that guy will do anything to win. I still have very unfond memories of him sending me bot 4 in an unlosable game because he abused a bug to beat me.
Oh, wait. I need context.
Yeah, I need to know the bug. What was the bug?
It's the double ergot bug. And it's like, I have the strongest board possible. I'm probably going first. And then he puts in 2 ergots immediately to beat me.
Wait, I was talking about Solus as well. I think in set 3, I contested him in one comp. He didn't talk to me for 2 months afterwards.
That's ironic too, considering that Souls is like the king of contesting someone from spots where he has absolutely no business contesting.
That is true. Especially when Kiyun's there. I don't know why, but there's like a history of like Solus griefing Kiyun, and I think it started off unintentional, and then I think it started becoming intentional. So yeah. Okay. Any last minute changes before we do the fantasy draft? We haven't touched the middle column. Are we okay with 6 to 10? You said you weren't sure if Soju even deserved to be on this list, but you put on 10. Are we okay with this?
I think he'd do well.
Yeah,
from my
I think
limited
Soju
experience.
might do okay.
Yeah, just FYI, Soju's played in 3 tournaments, and he's gotten basically between 10 to 12 in all the tournaments so far in set 9. The Frailer Cup, the Streamer Cup, and mid-set. So
That's really good, honestly.
pretty consistent. Yeah.
This list looks about right.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. Weijin's friends are probably not gonna let you hear the end of it if he wins this tournament, but we'll see.
I mean, I think I actually would put Weijin way above like 15, but then you guys kept saying he's like in school and not really playing, so I can see him maybe not.
Yep.
I mean, for what it's worth, I ranked him like 6th or 7th as a result of that. He's really good.
Yes.
Okay.
He is very good. Okay. Well, that was really fun. Get your screenshots in while you can, chat. We're going to do a couple agrees really quickly and then move on to fantasy. This is a segment where we put out a, theoretically hot take, or maybe just like something that I saw on Twitter or social media, and then we ask if we agree. So the first one is about Poro in Legends. I read a statement that says Poro being the dominant legend is healthy for the game and should be the #1 legend every patch. And I kind of want to hear people's thoughts on it. I'll start with Boxbox. Agree?
Yes, I think it is slightly too dominant this patch, but in general, it should be the best, especially at the highest level of gameplay. I think Legends are a way for people to find more fun out of the game, but should not be used for like a competitive advantage. I think the meta was very unhealthy when people would hop from Legend to Legend just based off of data and what was good. Legend should be something that newer players use because they like a style of the game and find enjoyment out of it, not because it is the most competitively viable. Right now, I think Poro is a little bit too strong, which I'm fine with. But yes, in general, it should be slightly better than the rest by like 5%, in my opinion.
Okay. Emily?
Right now, I think it's like 15% better.
Oh wow. Okay. Emily?
I think this is how like I have the most fun actually playing Poro. Like all the previous patches where it was like Ornn, Ezreal, Ornn, like the game was getting stale just because like you were picking Portable Forge like almost half your games at 2-1. But yeah, I feel like this is how they introduced Poro, right? Like how they introduced Legends. They always said that Poro was always supposed to be the best. Like the other ones aren't supposed to be as good. So I feel like, you know, it is healthy. I think it makes the game more fun, and it was how it was introduced and should stay that way.
Okay.
What would make me very happy is that if at like regionals or worlds, it was like 75% Poro, but there was a couple people had like very unique styles, kind of like Milk with his Kled in set 5 worlds.
Yep.
Where like there's like one guy who's really good at Tom Kench and like has a very specific style that no one else is good at. Something like that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll see if anyone ever plays Tom Kench in tournaments. So we'll see. Bryce.
I mean, I'm a huge, strong agree with this. I think that the purpose of Legends is onboarding new players and streamlining the learning TFT experience, which is quite bad right now. And I think if Boxbox's evaluation is right that it's 15% better, I think that's correct. I don't want it to be 5%. I don't want it to be that close. I want Legends to be a thing you use because you have a niche strategy going in, or maybe you're a niche scenario. Like, I like the idea of Dragon King being a way of playing for first. And even if it's a lower AVP, if you like need to clutch out a first at the end of a tournament, I think it's exciting that you can swap Legend to Dragon King and go that style. But I think that like if Dragon King is, I don't care if it's Dragon King or Ornn or Ezreal or Draven or Twisted Fate or whatever it is. I think part of what Legends are about is it removes stylistic flexibility from the game, and that's part of what makes TFT beautiful. Is you need to reroll sometimes, or slam items sometimes, or play a fast 8 or a fast 9 well. Like that's what makes TFT a great game. And so for me, playing Ornn over and over and over again was like one of the least fun experiences I can remember having, just from a fun perspective in TFT, because it does force a like very tempo oriented style, make the whole meta be that for a huge period of time. So yeah, I'm a easy agree with this statement. I'm like very happy to see that Poro is dominant, and I agree with Boxbox that like regionals would be best if it's mostly Poro and a few other people throughout, and then some niche strategy stuff as well, or like playing against a lobby, like being the Lee Sin player because no one in the lobby wants to reroll or whatever. I think that's interesting too.
Well, 92% of chat agrees, so an overwhelming majority of people have also said yes. I'm gonna agree as well. I do kind of exactly, my sentiment is exactly the same as Boxbox though, which is I do like 75%, like 6 out of 8 players playing it, and 1 or 2 different people who want to specialize and go specifically for it to maybe even counter the meta. I think that's pretty clever, and I think that's ultimately where Legends could be the most healthiest. And now, so this is something I saw on Twitter. This agree is Emilyywang is no longer known as an influencer. Everyone fears her and Dish Soap equally. All right, do we agree with that? Let's start off with Emilyywang.
Listen, okay, just look at my most recent 15 games and look at Dish Soap's most recent 15 games.
Oh, that's a good point. Let me look at that real quick.
And you will actually fear me more than him, so I disagree.
Yeah, make sure you also ignore the average rank of those lobbies when looking at these results.
Well, Emily's averaged a 3.1 over the past 20 game, which is very impressive. And Dish Soap,
she said 15. She got to define the universe. She got to make up a thing that we cared about, and then she was beating him at it.
And Dish Soap only is averaging a 3.9. So, yeah.
If you put me in Dish Soap, actually, like, look at only the lobbies we've been in together in 9.5. I think I have outplaced him almost every single game we've been in the lobbies together. Ooh. So actually, you should fear me more.
You can look that up, I think. If you go to tactics.tools, you can type in your summoner name, and it will give you, like, your rivals, like people you play with, and I think it shows you how well you do against them.
Oh, really?
Where is that?
I'm pretty sure on tactics.tools.
I think it's a set wrap thing. I think we have to wait till the end of the set, Bryce.
Oh,
we have to wait till the end of the set. We'll see. Emily, you have to keep with that streak now because you put it out there. You gotta try extra hard whenever Dish Soap's in your lobby. All right. Well, that one was more of a for fun agree. We don't have to actually go down the list. It was just more of a fun little jab because we've done some pretty big takes like Bebe's Twit Longers or other people's posts or more dog stuff. Love to do that. Okay, with that being said, let's do fantasy as a quick recap. Set 9.0 was extremely dominant for myself. I only lost to Kiyun, and because I lost to a tiebreaker scenario, but I've won everything else. So let's get to it, shall we? And so, Bryce, you explain the rules for people who have never seen fantasy. Why don't you do that while I look up who will be going first here?
$100, 5 players. We're gonna take turns nominating. Nominating is not important. You're just putting them up for bid for $1, and then the bidding happens after that. And it's completely up to you. You bid when you want. You don't bid when you want. And it kind of happens pretty easily and naturally.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, so the first person to go is Bryce. So Bryce, you will nominate a player and tell us how much you want to bid for.
Let's put dish soap on the board for $30.
Ooh. Okay, I bid dish soap for 32. And anybody else can jump in here, Boxbox or Emily or Bryce.
All right, 33.
34 for dish soap.
Sorry, guys. I'm on a budget. You guys can keep bidding.
You're great.
All right, 36.
Okay.
Money's been tight.
Dish soap, 34 going once?
Wait, I said 36. I said 36.
Oh, 36. 37. I'll go 37.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Okay.
You can have it.
You can have them.
I'll go
All right,
38.
dish soap for 37 going once, going
38.
twice. Sold to
38.
Frodan.
I bid 38 like 5 times.
Oh wait, I didn't hear you. Sorry. Oh, okay.
Did you guys hear me?
Maybe your mic's not picking it up. Okay, so
Yeah,
38.
my bad.
Okay, I'm out for 38.
Oh.
Bryce?
Yeah, I mean, I bid it.
All
so,
right,
yeah.
38 for dish soap. Boom.
I think the variance in this current set is too high for me to spend more than $25 on any player.
Spicy.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I mean, we'll see, Boxbox. There's different draft strategies entirely, so we'll see. You're up next to offer, so you can nominate anybody up from 1 to 96.
Yeah, okay. I would like to go ahead and put up Robin songs at 25.
Ooh, Robin songs for 25.
I like that he says he's not going to bid more than 25 on a player, and then he just puts him up for 25. He's like, listen,
I'll go 26 because he's not going to go higher than 25.
Okay, I'll go 27.
28 for Robin.
29.
Ooh. 30.
Okay. Do I think Robin is worth more than $30? Okay, historically, how much does Robin go for?
Somewhere
Around-
anywhere from mid 20s to mid 30s. So we're right around that middle of the range.
Yeah, depends on his form.
Depends on his
He
form.
says, I'm going out the night before Noxus Cup and not sleeping.
Wait, where did he say that? Oh, he said that in chat? Oh, good. Very good.
Yeah, I don't think I want him. You can have him. Actually, no. Wait, what are we at again?
We're at 30.
Okay, honestly, this set, watching Robin, like no flame Robin, but I'm less impressed than usual.
Whoa! Why?
Whoa.
I want to hear more about that.
Wait, why did you pause to say that? You could just say pass.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I wanna
Okay,
know.
pass.
No. Well, you can't. Now you said it. You can't put the toothpaste back in toothpaste tube. Let's hear
Okay,
it.
normally I think Robin is one of my favorite non-influencer streamers to watch his VODs at 2x and kind of learn from. But I'm just gonna say I watched his VODs at 2x for 4 hours, and it was 8, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. And then I was just like, oh man, that's 3-4 hours of my life I'm not gonna get back. Sorry, I think he went more for fun this set for sure.
Okay,
But,
so Robin
yeah.
is mine for $30. The summary of that is Frodan gets it for 30. All right.
He was thinking about bidding, I think.
No, I really do think Robin is having more fun though. Watching him play the comps he's been playing, he forced that multicaster thing so many games. I watch him play. I don't know. He's just having fun. He's just having fun, I think.
All right. Sounds good. All right, Emily, you're up next for bidding on somebody.
Let's see. Who do I want to bid on? I mean, we might as well put up Setsuko.
Okay, Setsuko. For how much?
20.
I'll bid $25, and I'm gonna go to the
26.
bathroom. I'm not gonna bid any more than that.
26.
Are we really not bidding more than 20?
That's actually amazing. That
Boxbox is he's not here, but he's gonna end up paying for trick P
Yeah.
for like $25 or something like
It's gonna be interesting to get to the end and see. So okay, so what's the bid right now? 25?
26 for Setsuko.
All right, I'll take 27.
30.
31.
33.
34.
36.
Do I want Setsuko for more than 36 when I can also just buy someone else for like $10?
True, yes,
who
exactly.
might just do just as well.
All right. 36 going once.
Okay, 37.
38.
39.
Oh, Bryce enters the mix. Oh,
All
man.
right, 40.
Oh, okay. I'm out for 40. I can't. Bryce?
I mean, the only thing that I don't know about is how the super server thing is going to go. Like if he's
in the super
He's in
server.
super server. That's right.
If he sleeps beforehand, I would bid 41 in a heartbeat, but I don't know that he's going to sleep.
I like this world where Emily bid on Setsuko and she didn't even know that he was playing.
I think I just leave him, but I wish if he sleeps, Emily, this is great value.
I got scammed.
All right, going once, going twice, sold. Setsuko to Emelywang for $40.
I don't want him anymore. Can I return him?
Emily, we talked about this like an hour ago.
We actually said it before. We even showed it on screen on the graphic. Let's see. I'm gonna nominate Ramblin' for 15.
I bid 25.
Oh man, I thought Ramblin' might go for value this draft. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, he's not going for value.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm not saying that this is unfair. I actually think that there's a pretty good argument that Ramblin' should be way higher than this.
Interesting. Oh. But Bryce, if you bid 26, Boxbox is gonna let it go.
I know. I'm thinking.
I'm going 26.
Yeah.
Anybody want 27?
Kind of.
Ramlin's part of our study group, Boxbox, so I feel like I gotta get him.
I know he's good. I just, again, variance too high for me to feel any confidence in a specific person.
Totally get it.
Find people that are in general good.
All right.
I'm down for 27.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna pass to 27. Emily?
I'm good.
Okay. Going once, going twice. Ramblin' to Bryce for 27. Bryce is now down at $35. Okay, Bryce, you're up to next to nominate.
I feel like a lot of other players, like you'd probably get for like less than $10, right? So you can like literally just bid for your top two and then get the rest for like.
Oh, she's figuring it out, Bryce. She's figuring it out.
It depends on where you think the value gaps are, Emily.
Yeah, it depends. It depends.
So sometimes if it's like there's a lot of, if it's like all the best players are the top 10 or 12, then you want to get more of them. You can like do a strategy where you get 3 of them instead of 2 of them kind of vibe. So it just depends. And it also depends on whether or not you think there's a bunch of good value $1 people at the end, or if there aren't. Because if there aren't, then you want to spend. It's better to have kind of the middle of the pack stuff.
I see.
Darth Noob for $1.
Darth for $1. Oh, I can't let that slide. Darth for at least like 5.
I thought you were going to say like 20.
25.
25 from Boxbox on Darth Noob. That would be the record on him.
Wait, what is his name? Is it just Darth Nub?
Yeah, Darth Nub. Holy moly. All right, I'm out. I'm out for 25 on Darth.
I'm out.
Oh, yeah, I'm out too.
Okay, Boxbox has his first player. It's Darth Nub.
Wow, Darth Nub better not let you down. That's kind of
25.
expensive.
He did really well at Midsa. Okay, Boxbox, you're up next to nominate.
Yeah, I would like to nominate Casper Wu.
For how much starting bid?
For 25.
Okay, just FYI, you have to have 5 players. If you bid 25 on each.
That's a good point. I'd like to nominate Casper Wu for 25.
Okay. All right, 25.
Oh.
Okay, I'm out.
Dude, it's so hard to judge Casper, man. He's either gonna make it to the final lobby or he's going dead last.
I know Casper is like
he's so hard to read. He's so hard to read.
He's first or 8th.
Oh man. I'm gonna pass. What do you think, Emily?
I mean, I would like take him for like maybe like $15, but this Boxbox guy just auto goes 25.
Going once? Going twice? Sold to Boxbox. Back-to-back 25s. Right. Okay, Emily, you are up next to nominate.
Okay. I will nominate Milk.
For?
$20.
Oh, I'll bid 25.
All right, I'll go 26.
Okay, I'll go
Dang.
28.
29.
30.
31.
33.
Woo! 33 for Milk.
Wasn't Emily just talking about how Milk? Oh, Emily was the one who believed in
Yes,
Milk.
she
put it at number
strongly
2.
believes
I'm the
in Milk.
only Milk believer.
But I believe in Milk too, actually, and I've been talking to him a lot. 34.
35.
Oh.
I know,
36.
Milk is like kind of crazy this patch, huh?
36. Yeah. 36.
There was a patch
37.
where he like forced Kaisa 22 out of 20, and then he like averaged placement 2.5, which is insane because everybody's forcing Kaisa. So like, how can you do that while everyone else is? That guy's got to be worth at least $25.
Yeah, at least.
At least get exactly $25.
All right. I'll let it slide for 37. Milk at 37 sounds kind of right to me, actually. So,
Oh
well
God, I
played.
just looked at his match history.
That's fine. People like throw games to learn.
Yeah, no, Milk's definitely in a learning mode right now.
No, but it's doomed. He told us so.
Okay. So I'm up next for bidding. I will bid on replay for $15. Replay for $15. Oh wow! Don't all jump in at once.
I'll bid 16.
$17 for replay.
18.
I'll bid $19 for replay.
Oh wow! I guess he was the world champion last time. My limited POV is really biased because I've beaten him in a lot of the games I've faced him, and anyone that I can beat, I don't have very high confidence because I don't think I'm very good at the game right now.
Fair
The
enough.
question is how seriously he takes ladder. That's, I mean,
Fair
that's what we
enough.
what's it at right now?
$19 for replay.
I'll bid 20.
I'll go 21 for replay.
I'll bid 22.
Oh, this Bryce guy. What is it? You said 23, Bryce?
I think I'm at 22.
22. I would have to go to 23. I'm gonna go 23. 23 for replay.
24.
Woo! Oh man, Bryce knows I like replay in these kinds of fantasy situations.
What's his past experience?
He's a hyper consistent tournament player. His average placement is actually phenomenal. The only thing is whether or not I think he has a good read on the meta, which is like really hard to judge right now based off what you said. But that being said, I'm gonna let it slide. $24 for Bryce.
Oh, actually, after hearing that, I'd like to bid 25.
Okay.
I'll take him for 26. Why not?
Okay.
You win. That's too much.
Okay.
My $2. I just got Boxbox taxed.
There you go. Nice job, Boxbox. The meta of this is you're supposed to bid up players if you think that they value them highly. So well done, Boxbox. Okay.
Yeah, that's what the plan was with dish soap. I was freaking out when you guys were not about to bid out my 37.
All right. Bryce, you're up next to offer or for nominating.
I will put up. Who's still up? I'll put up Wasian for $8.
I'll just go 10.
Damn.
$10 on Wasian Iverson.
11.
12.
Okay, can someone bid this up like higher? Like we're not actually thinking about Wasian for 12. Like,
How much money do I even have left?
Yeah,
you're
you have
broke.
$23. Yeah, so you can go 21 max.
$23?
You can go 21 max because you have to bid $1 on the other players.
Okay.
$12 for Wajin. Going once.
Wait, Boxbox, you're not bidding 25 for Wajin? He's so good. He's like really, really good.
Going twice.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, 13.
Okay. $14 on Wajin Iverson.
15.
$16 for Wajin Iverson.
17.
$18 on Wajin Iverson.
Okay.
Boxbox, are you gonna jump in?
He's
Nope.
gonna go 25. Oh, really?
Okay. 18 for Wajin going once.
19.
I don't have that kind of money. You should let it slide. Emilyywang will only have $4 left.
Oh no, it's okay. The last two people, I'm pretty sure I'm getting both for $1.
Yeah, you want $1 players, exactly.
She's gonna bid on herself for $1, which I hope is actually the case.
Wait,
Okay.
how'd you know?
Of course.
I really
gotta
want
pick
Wajin on my
up
team
though.
though. All right, you know what? I'll let it slide. What is it? He said 19? 19 and Wajin Iverson going once. Going twice. All right. Wajin
I'm-
Iverson to Emilyywang for $19.
Dan, I'm trying to figure out who you want.
Me. I mean, I'm gonna bid on myself.
I'm excited for Dan's team.
Oh, Dan, not me.
Yeah. Well, no,
Okay.
you already have 3 of your 5 players. You have $4 left. Dan has $70 left. He definitely. Can I start guessing, Dan?
I mean, sort of. It's up to like Boxbox has enough money that I have to be careful about that. All right, so Boxbox, you're going up next.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and wait. You have to like be able to bid $1 at least on each of your players.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't spend $0 on this one.
All right, so let's go ahead and put up Emilyywang starting at $4.
Wait, you're robbing Emily of herself? Woo!
Wait. Can I even buy? Do I even have $5?
No, you have $4, and you have 2 slots. So he actually outbid you purposefully.
How could you? I wanted myself.
Your whole draft strategy's out the window.
Wow. All right, Emily for $4. I'm out. Bryce.
I'm out.
All right. Going once, going twice, and that is Emilyywang.
That's a fantasy draft first, and I love it.
Yeah, we've never had someone do that where they just purposely cut someone out of bidding on themselves.
Yeah, we've had people like pass on themselves, but that was great.
Oh man.
Oh
All right.
man.
Well, Emily, you're up next.
Okay, then I guess I'll buy Boxbox for $1.
Okay, Boxbox is up. Does anybody want Boxbox for $2?
Boxbox for $8.
Boxbox on himself for $8. And so he's bidding out Bryce. So it's up to me. I'm out. All right, that is correct. Boxbox and Emilyywang united on the same fantasy team for $8. Wow, what a spicy draft. All right, so then it's up to me. Okay, so I bid on. I guess I could just take whoever player I want at this point. So I will. Actually, no, I don't because if Boxbox drives it up.
Yeah.
I'll bid on Kermex for $9.
It's a 2-person race.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and bid on Karoom X for 25.
Okay, so if he takes Kurum, then that means I just pick the rest of my roster. And I'm okay with that. So he takes Kurum for 25, which is basically maxed out. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna. Yeah, so he's just.
No. He saved money. That's important. Kiyun has the title.
That is
for
true.
most
That is
money
true. That is
saved.
true.
Wait,
Okay.
where's Q on this thing? He's not.
So
He's
Bryce,
not playing.
Oh, Kyun,
Oh, I
as in
see him.
when Kyun did a fancy draft on the show earlier, he saved like $25 and he won. I think.
He won it, but like he also super high rolled. He also super
So like
high rolled.
Boxbox saving $13 is kind
I
of
think-
swag. Like if he beats us saving budget, that's like damn.
I think I can bring up the results of that. Yeah, so this is Kyun. He won. He won by 5 points fraudulently, but it's all good.
Okay,
All right.
so it's
Bryce,
my
you're
nom.
up, Bryce, you're up next. Theoretically, you can outbid Emily on something. So
Who did I say you? Has Pokkygone been nominated yet?
no,
Okay, I nominate Pocky.
for $8, I take him for $9. So
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, I'm about to have the best
Wait,
budget
this
of all
isn't fair.
time.
The people with more money are using the fact that they have more money to take advantage of the poor.
Oh, and let that be a lesson
This
to you,
isn't right.
both in TFT and in life. Okay, Boxbox Raiders team. Emily, you nominate up to $3 on somebody.
Okay. Let's see. Who do I want? Okay, I will take Kyun for $1. Or actually, I can take Solus for $1.
You take Solus for $1?
Okay, no. Let me think. Or maybe I can take XDD for $1.
Xiao Dian Dian for $1.
Wait, let me think. Sorry. Give me like 10 more seconds.
Okay. I mean,
Oh, is that why people say XDD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
Well, no, not
It's
that,
actually such a
no.
coincidence, but it's a funny coincidence.
I see.
Mm-hmm. All right, I will take. Oh God, Kyun for $1.
All right, I will take Kyun for $9. Okay, great. So that's up to me now. Now I get to pick whoever I want. Let's see. There's 2 names here. Oh, Boxbox is also out too. And I really wish I knew if Sox is competing or not, but I just don't. So it's just too risky to take it, unfortunately. I'm gonna take Goobums for $9.
Cool.
And then Bryce, you're up next to nominate.
Oh, interesting. Has Goobums been popping off?
Oh, but like $9 is like at this point, it's an incredible value. It's incredible.
Soju for $8. From
Like you could get anyone you want. Like, is Goobums the best player of those remaining? Because, right, you have the unlimited budget now.
So yeah, he's saying he thinks he's one of the 2 best. Is what Dan is saying.
I think in terms of consistency of average placement, I think he's one of the best.
I mean, Goobums for $9 is pretty insane. I mean, all of Dan's value is really insane.
Yeah, for the most part.
Well, you
Bryce
also
is
just
putting
got
up.
budget.
You put up who?
I put up Soju for $8.
Soju. Oh man, for $8. Also, if I want Soju, nah, you can have him.
Soju.
$8 for Soju.
Really?
Oh man, that's cheap.
This guy overpaid like a lot. Oh man. Okay, Emily. Now it's up to you and see if you can sneak away a bid.
All right, I want
Over.
Solus for $1.
You want TSM Solus for $1. Oh, Bryce, but do I let her have it?
It's the hidden OP.
It's the hidden OP. That's the thing.
So here's the history. Solus for $1, unbelievable value. Solus for anything over $1, terrible bet. Never do it.
Yes, that's the whole point. So I could theoretically game
You
this
go $1. Yeah, you could.
and just make him bid $2 on it, but I kind of want to see Emily pop off with Solus with $1, so I'll let it slide. Also because if she called my bluff, I don't want Solus on my team.
Oh my God. Poor Solus.
Okay, so I get my last pick here. Let's see. Wow, it's interesting. Actually, Bryce ended up in a pretty interesting. Actually, no, it's Emily. Emily ended up in a pretty decent spot, actually.
My team is jacked. It would have been perfect if I could have myself. Then I would guarantee win.
Actually, your
Didn't save
team
enough
is
money.
quite good. I agree. There's 3 people here on the board that I'd be pretty happy with. I'm gonna go with T-Lides. I'm gonna go with him in the last one. I feel like I've been gassing him up lately, and And I feel like he was actually a big reason why I won mid-set finale as well. And I think that he's going to be good. So I'm going to go with him for $3. Bryce?
I'm between two people here. I thought I was going with both of them. It's a weird draft. I guess I'm going to take Appies for $1.
Emily, do you want Appies for more than $1?
No.
Okay. Why'd you say it like that? All right.
Oh,
Bryce
sorry,
is out. So Emily, you can bid up to $3 on the last player. You get the final pick of the draft.
All right. Oh, there's actually a few people I might want. You said Tay was really strong, right?
I was just saying there. No, I would not draft Tay in this spot. I was just saying they're a kind of known commodity in higher elo, which is not true of everyone who makes it from the first weekend. But no, I would not draft them.
Okay, so I like Jukyu and I like I'm Jack actually.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, Emily, the top performer of the first week is still available if you want to spend the $3 on that.
Who was
That's
that?
right.
He just didn't draft himself. He just built an entire strategy on not drafting himself, like a cowardly coward.
Oh, Dan!
You can go for it.
You could go for me. That's right. It's up to you. Emily, you have the entire board. Excuse me. You have the entire board.
Okay, the thing is, I'm actually in a pretty good spot to win this fantasy draft, I think.
That's right. So you want to go with the winner of the first weekend?
Yeah, to like top it off, right? Let's see.
Wait.
Emily, did you know that except for the time where you did it, every single time the person who finished overall number 1 in points on the first weekend made it to day 4?
Oh, except for me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow,
no.
thanks, Bryce. That's good to know.
I just completely made that up, like they usually.
Oh.
Showtime has the highest like weekend 1 point total of all time and went like a giga last.
Oh, wait, me too.
Yeah, everyone does.
Okay.
Literally everyone does. It's a total curse. But Dan is going to overcome the curse this weekend. I believe that.
Nah, the curse is going strong. Okay, I'm going to bid $1 on Jukyu.
Okay. Wow. I thought that someone... okay, so the reason why, Bryce, I was really confident... This is the draft,
25.
by the way. What's up?
Oh, I can't bid anymore.
You can't bid anymore. You can't bid anymore. I mean, Socks is kind of hard because I wanted to... like, if I was forced to draft him, I'd probably be willing to risk it for the biscuit. But I'm surprised DP went gone and then... or didn't get taken at all. He's pretty strong. I think Ripple...
I thought I was going to wind up with Ram, Kevin, Appies for $1 each 100% of the time. So this just went weird, different.
Yeah.
But like I think Ram Kev should have been drafted. I think he might actually be good again. And when Ram Kev is good, he's
interesting. I think it's a good reroll meta. I think Minhee really does really well in reroll. It's his specialty and forte. So I think he was also worth as a value pick here. I think Cottontail is perennially underrated. If I had to be forced to do a $1 pick, it'd be him or Soulless type of approach. I think I would go Cottontail. So those are some names I was thinking about, Bryce, because I know you're really curious about it. Okay. Well, there you go. Who has the best fantasy team? It's me. But also, who played this draft masterfully? It's Boxbox. I have never seen someone get out finessed in drafting themselves the way Boxbox did it. That was ice cold, man.
Yeah, I have a lot of confidence about my team.
That makes one of us.
Yes. We shall see.
I'm going to do well for your team. Don't worry. I got you.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get some final words and thoughts for this excellent episode. Thank you so much, everyone, especially Boxbox Emily. I know you guys are really busy, but it's going to be a really fun time. Oh, actually, I didn't show it, but obviously there's actually one thing I want to show. There's one thing I want to show. There is also a tournament coming up for people in the LGBTQIA plus community called Palzahar Palace Chalice. It's a community organizer. She does a lot of cool events, and so she's back. It's $500, and it's specifically open to 2 competitions for Masters Plus and people below. And I just felt like it's a good initiative, right, to support just that community in general. And so she does a lot of great work. So yeah. And also, if you want to watch the main broadcast, you can check out the main broadcast with, that is the wrong graphic, but Mortdog, Nathan, I believe Boop, And Gangly will be back for that broadcast. It's a streaming cup. I have the wrong one. Sorry about that. Okay, final words, and we can sign off. Emilyywang, any closing thoughts for this episode?
Not much. Just I'm gonna finally prove myself, prove the phrase that you guys are gonna fear me and dish soap equally in Noxus Cup. See y'all Saturday and Sunday because I'm making it to day 4, and in regionals and at Worlds.
All right, and Boxbox?
Nope, I don't have anything.
All right, sounds good. Bryce.
This is a very nice change of pace from what I'm doing every second of every day, which is taking care of 2 newborns. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for coming on the show. Emily, I can't believe how many people you flamed. It's actually just incredible how indiscriminate your flamethrower was. I enjoyed every second. And
Wait, really? I thought I was being nice.
No, it was great though, because like at least 60% of your flames were like cloaked with like you were being nice, but weren't actually. So it was great. And Boxbox, I love talking with you about TFT as well. I've never really gotten a chance to speak with you about TFT, but I like the way that you think about the game and also like the streaming habit of it. I think we could have had an entire 2-hour conversation on just where you started off. Like when Dan asked you this question of who do you think's the best, and your brain was like, well, best player, best streamer. I would love to hear your tier list of like best streamers and have you talk about the TFT streaming community. I think it's a fascinating topic. So anyway, thanks both of you for coming on. Thanks, Dan, as always, for killing it as a host. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, that does it for this episode, number 34 of the Noxus Cup Preview of Don't Talk If You Don't Know. If you need to follow our show, there's 2 ways. We have youtube.com/@DTIYDK for the VOD. And if you want the audio only for Spotify, check out anchor.fm/DTIYDK. From Frodan, Bryce, Boxbox, and Emilyywang, thanks so much for watching. And we'll see you next time for more TFT action.